Are you a classical player who's trying to play in contemporary styles? Well, here are the 5 common mistakes classical string players make when playing in non-classical styles. Mistake number 1, vibrato. The vibrato is different. It often starts late, it's wider, slower. If you listen to jazz and rock instrumentalists, sometimes you won't hear any vibrato at all. I like to say that vibrato is like your accent. It's a dead giveaway where you're from. If you want to lose that classical accent, you've got to listen to non-classical players and singers. The second common mistake, reading the music exactly as it's written. This is a big paradigm shift for a lot of classical players who are taught to play music exactly as it appears on the page. But jazz and rock players know that it's their job to bring life to what may be a very skeletal chart or lead sheet. And they are expected to take those melodies and those rhythms and bring them to life. Another common mistake, standing or sitting still. Groove-based music, which includes about 99% of pop music and folk styles, cannot be played if you're standing still. You need to move. It's music that's intended for people to dance to, and if you are not actually moving and dancing yourself, the listener won't either. The fourth common mistake, swinging too hard. For a lot of string players, when they're playing jazz, they know that they're supposed to swing those eighth notes. So if you see 2 eighth notes on the page, you know you're supposed to swing it. It's supposed to be uneven, like a triplet. Da, 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 da. But what they don't realize is that that amount of swing changes dramatically with the tempo. When it's slow, it could be a real 3. Ba, da, 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 da. Da, da. But as it gets faster, in more up-tempo jazz tunes, often the drummer is swinging hard, but the instrumentalist, the sax player or the trumpet player, whoever's playing a melody or a solo, they're often playing it almost evenly, almost like even eighth notes, even though the drum is swinging, because it's just going too fast. And if you swing it hard, it sounds kind of ridiculous. Da, 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 da. You don't want to get the humoresque syndrome. And the fifth common mistake, not giving enough emphasis to the downbeat. Over the last 100 years or so, classical music has developed into a very elegant and refined kind of sound where the downbeat is not so emphasized. It seems that emphasizing that downbeat or the rhythm in general may make people feel that the music is a little too folk-like or maybe vulgar in nature, so they tone it down. And contemporary pop music has that strong rhythm, and you need to lean into that downbeat. So there are some tips for classical players who are trying to sound a little more authentic in non-classical styles.